recognizing my decoder for some reason.
And just a reminder, folks, this is senior night for the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves basketball program, so we will stop the clock at 15 minutes and start the program. ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the B.J. McGillis Gymnasium at Mt.Edgecumbe High School and the final boys basketball game of the season. It is senior night. Time for that long-standing tradition to honor these kids in the program. And speaking of honoring first, how about that pep band tonight, giving you a little love with the music? It is fun having Mt.Edgecumbe High School with a pep band, the rock band, and we're going to start off senior night with honoring our 3 seniors in the Mt.Edgecumbe pep band. So under the direction of Mr. Stephen Courtwright, we've got 3, and I would first like to introduce to you a very fun character, Shu Xiao Li. Come on out. Shu Xiao. Also known as Tony, Shu Xiao has been at Mt.Edgecumbe High School only since the beginning of this school year, and in that time, he's been busy. He is the first exchange student to compete on the wrestling team. He was a member of the Southeast Alaska Honor Choir. Yeah. He has actively been representing Mt.Edgecumbe High School and his exchange program in public around Sitka, and he has joined the band at his church. Absolutely. This young man is busy. And Shu Xiao in our pep band plays the lead guitar and the drums, and he has even been known to sing from time to time. I see a lead singer coming out. So Shu Xiao comes from the Yunnan province in China, and he plans to attend a private school in Utah next year and then to study guitar performance in college. Give it up for Mt.Edgecumbe Pep Band senior Shu Xiao Li. Our next senior for the Mt.Edgecumbe Pep Band, I've been enjoying his piano playing. Come on out, David Charlie. Nope, you're already here. David hails from Eagle River. He's been an integral part of our music program since he first walked up onto campus as a freshman, developing rapidly as a solo musician as well as a strong accompanist for our choir. David has earned 2 superior ratings so far at the Southeast Alaska Music Fest and another 2 superior ratings so far at the All-State Music Solo and Ensemble Festival. Pretty impressive, David. Very impressive. As a 4-year member of both the school rock band and the pep band, David plays a little bit of drums and a whole lot of piano. He's a gifted music theorist, and David is actively composing music for piano and choir while planning a post-high school career that will probably begin at the University of Alaska Anchorage. Give it up for senior David Charlie. And our final senior, Jerusha Pudica. Jerusha, who also goes by the name Cole, has carved out a very unique niche for herself in the Mt.Edgecumbe High School music program. Cole, who comes to us from Bethel, has spent 4 years immersed in choir and rock band classes and is a veteran of the pep band. Though she will sing, play bass, or do pretty much anything else that is needed for the ensemble, Cole primarily focuses on operating the soundboard both in the pep band performances and for the award-winning Mt.Edgecumbe Radio Club. Operating as a strong right arm for Mr. Courtwright, Cole knows just about everything worth knowing about the music equipment and sound systems here at Mt.Edgecumbe High School. Next year, she plans on furthering her training in audio engineering at the Conservatory for Recording Arts and Sciences in Tempe, Arizona. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Give it up for Cole Pudica. Ladies and gentlemen, your 3 seniors from the Mt.Edgecumbe Pep Band. Give it up. Give them some love. Next up, I would like to turn the microphone over to head coach Archie Young as he honors his seniors in the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves basketball program.
First of all, with some thank yous to everybody. I'd like to thank scorekeepers, people running the clock, referees, staff, teachers, and dorm staff, Tony, my assistant coach, Kenyatta, everybody that's helped us make this a successful season. Thank you very much. Please give all those folks a round of applause. And if we could take a moment just to have all the sickest seniors please stand up. They put in a long 4 years. They deserve a round of applause as well. And next, they don't always get to play in front of crowds, but they show up and they give their best effort every day. They come to practice. They compete hard. We have seniors on C-Team who also deserve to be recognized tonight because, like they said, they don't ever get to see atmospheres like this. They just play because they love to play. So if one at a time, if I could have Adam Andrew from Napakiak come down. Josh Diaz is from Juneau. Cody Gibbons from McGrath. Nelson Jackson from Queethlook. Come on, Nelson. You can come down for a minute. He's the man up on the video. He does a lot of work around here. He's going to be sorely missed, and he's greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Shelby Samuel from Platinum. Again, these guys don't get to play in front of all you guys. They just play because they love the game of basketball. So I'm going to ask all you students, please stand up for just real quick. And on the count of 3, I want you to give these seniors a Go Braves as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, guys. Okay, first up, I want to acknowledge, I'm going to bring them up together because they're 2 peas in a pod, and they've been together since their freshman year. I'd like to bring up my 2 managers, Brianna Clark and Haley Johansson. Their job is thankless. It's time and energy, and it's greatly appreciated, whether it's doing shot charts, whether it's getting ice for the guys, or just being here. Their time and energy is greatly appreciated, so one more round of applause for them, please. And now for the senior boys, we have 3 this year. I'm going to bring each one up, and then I'm going to read what they've written as far as their acknowledgments or thank yous, what they'd like to say. First up, we have a 3-year senior, Bear Brown. In Bear's writing, my mom, Deanne Chinar, has always been there for me, even when times were tough. My grandma, Pearl Chinar, the strongest, toughest woman I've ever came to know. Bear, this is the word I don't know. My Uppa, David Chinar, one of the smartest teachers I've ever had in life, because some people are just, that's an inside joke, I guess, between him and his Uppa. My best friend, Adam Andrew, the first person I met and my first roommate here at MEHS. Adam is one of my closest friends at MEHS. My best little auntie, Caitlin Moses, who's right there next to him, always caring for me and doing everything for me. My best friend, Vlad Bordakovsky, being along my side for the past 3 years. My best friend, Austin Newman, been there for me since the beginning, truly my childhood best friend, even to this day. Favorite memory? Beginning of the season after the Grace tournament, during practice, Coach had Leon explain why he had an ISO on a kid from the Kodiak game, and Leon said, I don't know, because he's a cheap defender. And everyone started laughing. It was an inside joke. You had to be there. It was funny. And last but not least, thank yous to my mom, grandparents, various friends here and at home, Coach Calkins, Coach Tony, and Coach Young. Bear Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, a 4-year senior, Emmett Dunaway. What the heck? I didn't know Mom was here. Come on out, Mom. I didn't know you were here. This is awesome. We don't get parents here very often. So, hold on, I got to get loves. I want a hug. So when they're here, it's pretty darn special. Emmett would like to thank his friends, family, Coach Young, and Tony for all the support and love they have given him throughout high school. He would most of all like to give a huge thanks to his mom and dad for always being there for him and traveling around the state to watch him play. Emmett plans on becoming a pilot and going into athletic training after he graduates. Emmett Dunaway, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, a 4-year senior, Cyprian Johnson Edwards. Cyprian, instead of writing, gave us a resume. So his hometown is Imanak. His parents are Darlene and Cyprian. He's been at MEHS for 4 years, played basketball for 2 years. Plans after high school consist of welding while going to college to obtain a degree in exercise physiology. Favorite memory is when the team had to take ice baths. His thank yous are to Coach Young, Coach Calkins, Coach Haskins, siblings, parents, and friends. And now, Cyprian's not aware of this, but I'm gonna struggle with this one. No, I'm not. Cyprian had a little email sent from his mom as a surprise to read to him. Cyprian, this is cool. You standing in the middle of the court today has proven that you can overcome obstacles in life that seem impossible. You have proven through hard work and self-discipline throughout the past 2 years of being on the Braves varsity basketball team, setting goals, working hard to reach those goals, countless hours of practice, all the ups and downs, sprained muscles, broken hands, sprained fingers. Through all that, your determination to be there where you are standing is a proud moment for us, Mom and Dad, and your whole family. We wish we could have been there to help you celebrate this great accomplishment you have reached. We would like to thank Coach Young for believing in you as you've reached this depth. You have reached depths of discipline you never knew you had, and now we believe you can accomplish anything in life you set your mind to. Congratulations, son. We love you. And last but not least, a thank you from me to you guys. You've been pushed, you've been challenged in a lot of different ways, but I appreciate everything you guys have given to the school, to this program, to me, to Tony. I can't thank you guys enough. I will miss you guys tremendously. But thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, please give these guys one more big round of applause.
Oh, we got to have a selfie with the coach. Gather in, guys. Circle up around the coach. Get tight, get tight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Mt.Edgecumbe seniors. Okay. I think some students need to make. Let's go. Let's get organized, gang. Get organized. Get organized. Mt.Edgecumbe students, go get organized. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hustle up, hustle up. Sports fans, you guys are going to enjoy this when you understand what's going on. I'm going to tell you later what is going on once we have the person that all of these kids want to say thank you to. And if you look to the left end of the gym, you'll know why now. Oh, here you go. Waffles.
John's like, I ain't going out there.
We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting for the waffle. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting for here he comes. John Wathan. Oh my goodness. Give it up for the man of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason the Mt.Edgecumbe students and staff and faculty are excited to see this young man is because here at Mt.Edgecumbe High School, when you hear Mr. Grillet or anybody in the administration talking, they use the word family all the time. And certainly, John Wathan has been a part of the Mt.Edgecumbe High School family. For 32 years, John was here at Mt.Edgecumbe High School as the food service director, serving generations of Mt.Edgecumbe High School students and staff. And when you listen to the kids talk, it's always about good times, great food, the friendships they had, and the shoulder they could lean on with John Wathan. We all know him in the community as the assistant coach for a multi-state championship baseball program and a referee that has been around forever. A fixture at the state tournament and at the region tournament. Everybody get around. Let's make sure we say goodbye to waffles from Mt.Edgecumbe High School in a good way. Students and staff, get in the picture. Squeeze in tight. Waffles. Ain't nobody better. They missed the cooking, but they missed that smile, John. Hey, let's give it up for 32 years at Mt.Edgecumbe High School for John Wathan. Oh, that's right. You got a basketball game to referee now. All right, if we can clear the floor of the students, let's start the clock. We'll have 15 minutes of pregame warm-up, and then we got a basketball game to play.
road trips and spending time every night in practice. And I think most coaches would agree that that's one of the big perks about being a coach.
Well, have a good game, a safe game, play well, and congratulations on senior night.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, there you go, and a pretty noisy gym, but a nice comment from Coach Heri coming over to visit and go against the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves on their senior day. We'll take a 1-minute break in the pregame and come back, have a listen to what Archie Young had to say, and then I'm going to ask Andrew Frisky to add some of his comments as well, as this is a big deal for these seniors. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more pregame, and then we'll have your starting lineups, and we'll get to center jump circle, and this game will be underway here in about 7 or 8 minutes.
Seconds. And seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Well, there's a lot of energy in this gym tonight. Coach Archie Young, head coach of the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. We're going to have a little senior night.
Senior night, and we're doing a little special presentation. I was kind of hoping the number of students that are here, I think it'll be pretty nice.
Oh, good deal. All right. Well, I'll wait for Keith Perkins will be announcing that, I suppose.
We've limited him to 500 words, so yeah.
Limited to 500. Good. Well, it's going to be kind of fun. This is going to wind up your season before Regions next week, and you'll have Tuesday night against the Braves against Thursday night. Right, yep, that's right. So what are you looking for tonight?
This is just about getting better. I mean, I think Coach Heri and I both know this game doesn't make a difference. We still got to play a 2-out-of-3 next week, so just about finding things here and there and hoping the kids can get better for one more week.
Well, I hope it's a good, healthy game, and boy, it's almost nostalgic when you get to this point, senior night, Regions, and then these kids are done playing basketball for their high school career once they make the crop play at state.
Yeah, no, it's always a bittersweet night, you know, saying goodbye to kids who've been in your program for 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. But, you know, getting to the most exciting time of the year, you know, it's always bittersweet.
All right, well, listen, have a good game, have a safe one, we'll see you next week for Regions, and then we'll be into spring.
Sounds good. I hope it's a lot of fun.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you. All right, well, there was a lot of noise when I did that recording, and that was previous to the game. The crowd was full. They were all getting ready for senior night. The band was firing up the gym, and Andrew Frisky, that was a nice presentation that Archie Young did. You don't usually see the coach get out and go through everything with all of his seniors.
Yeah, well, that's how Archie is. He likes to be thorough, and he does a great job, and he doesn't mind talking in front of everybody, and that's how he's always run his program.
He said about being a bittersweet night, you know, with the senior, well, a bittersweet time of the year, actually. I mean, it is the night, but what's your thoughts on that? You've worked with these kids probably as closer than he has.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, Coach Young, you know, with these guys, especially the 4-year seniors, you know, he's had them since they were freshmen, and you know them not just in practice, but you know them in the classroom, and you know them in the dorms. I mean, you're their your aunts and uncles and parents, you know, for 3/4 of the year for 4 years. You're around them more than their parents are, so you form some pretty special bonds with these guys, and then you add that to coaching. I mean, it's like, I mean, you're with them all the time, and so it's emotional, but it's also exciting too to see them grow and you know, turn into young men.
Yeah, well, it was a nice tribute that Bear Brown made to Coach Young, and then, of course, Cyprian Johnson-Edwards, whose folks couldn't be here, sent an email, and Coach Young had to read that for Cyprian, and they also gave kudos out to the coach. I think he was about ready to break up a little bit on that.
Oh, yeah. You know, I think Coach Young, he leaves his heart out there. You know, he does it when he's coaching, when he's fired up. He's so passionate, but he's passionate about the students here at Mt.Edgecumbe, and he's not afraid to show it.
Well, that's good, and I think probably you guys spend a little more time, it could be from time to time with these kids than you do with your own families.
Oh yeah, there's no question. I mean, it's yeah. Some people, you know, it's definitely. I mean, it's more than just your job. You know, it's definitely. You gotta love what you want to do this job. You know.
Well, I think a couple years ago at gold medal in Juneau, when we were talking, when you helped me out, and I don't think it was last year. We might have alluded to it, but I almost distinctly remember 2 years ago talking about kids that played together, and then they went on to school, and then they went on to coaching, and then they came back, and then they were coaching their kids, and then we almost have 3 or 4 generations in some cases. I mean, that's a lifelong bonding relationship.
Yeah, and it's interesting, you know, like Mr. Ludell Goldsberry, who's the assistant principal in the dorms with me. I mean, we met each other in high school. He was playing for Mt.Edgecumbe, I was playing for Haynes. You know, when the job came up, he was teaching in Nome. I called him up, said, "Hey, you should apply for this job. Come back to Sitka." And he did, and here they are.
Right on.
And you know, you just form those bonds, and a lot of it's through basketball.
Okay, we're going to take a 1-minute break in your Alaska Airlines pregame. We'll come back after this message from Alaska Airlines, and then we'll give you your starting lineups. Is this? I wonder if that mic.
I had it turned around. I can definitely hear it now.
Yeah, you could hear better, but I think. Let me see if this can get out down here, and if that will bend. No, I don't. There, it could be.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Just closer to your mouth. These are condenser mics, and so they.
Okay, I just didn't want to suck on it.
Jared, is that good with both of them?
I can hear you both.
Yep. Am I a little
Less
louder
than
than
30.
Am I louder?
Can you plug it in that one?
Am I louder than him?
Can he talk?
Yeah, I can talk. Go ahead. Oh, he's busy talking to somebody else. I'm just going to watch the pagan. I'm turning me down a little bit, and I'll leave him up. How long?
10 seconds.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, welcome back to AM 1230. That's good. So she's got.
The visitors on the scoreboard, the Sitka Wolves. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Wolves. He's a senior, number 1, Aiden Dumog. He's a junior, number 2, Mason Eubanks. He's a senior, number 32, Austin Morrison. The co-captain is a senior, number 13, Morgan Simic. And the captain is a senior, number 11, CJ Takad. And now, please welcome to the floor the home team on the scoreboard, the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. Oh, let's meet the starting lineup. He's a junior from Togiak, number 4, David Dock. He's a sophomore from St. Mary's, number 21, R.J. Ostrom Beans. He's a senior from Emonic, number 23, Cyprian Johnson Edwards. The co-captain is a senior from Dillingham, number 24, Emmett Dunaway. And the captain is a senior from Anchorage, number 33, Bear Brown. Your Sitka Wolves are coached by Mr. Jarrett Hirai. Your Mt.Edgecumbe Braves are coached by Mr. Archie Young. Your officials for this evening's game. Tossing the ball, Mr. Anthony Perkins, Mr. Corey Hansen, and the referee in charge of this game tonight. They call him Waffles, John Wathan. Oh, let's get ready to play Mt.Edgecumbe Braves basketball.
Anthony Perkins, ball's in the air, and one of the officials tipped away, and it's Bear Brown to pick it up, and the Braves move left to right as Bear Brown will bring it on the first offense. Comes over on the near side to Cyprian Johnson Edwards. They'll go to Dock, then they're going to move it around. Let's see what kind of defense the Wolves are in a zone. Cyprian Johnson on the near side. Are they playing men?
They're in a 2-3.
Okay. And the ball passed over to Cyprian Johnson on the far side, knocked out of bounds by Aiden Dumog. So the Braves will bring it in mid-court on the far side. R.J. Olsen Beans into Cyprian, over on the near side to Bear Brown, who handles it first time. Now out to Dunaway. He's got his hands on it. Now they'll go over to R.J. on the left side. Wolves keeping everything out from the inside here in this first minute of play. Quarter number 1. Final battle of the bridge for this year, other than region, next week. And a turnover by the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. That's their first of the ball game, and the Wolves have the ball for their first attack. Coming down, they'll go on the left side with CJ Takad. Takad's going to give it to Mason Eubanks. Eubanks will come left. CJ will go right. Now he passes over on the far side to Aiden Dumog. Coming out from underneath, Morgan Simic. Simic will come over to the left side to CJ. And the Braves defense shifting. They're in a man-to-man, long 3, right side, won't go by the Wolves. Tipped away, picked up at midcourt. Nice hustle by Aiden Dumog. He outran David Dock to pick it up behind the timeline. Back to CJ Takad as they'll set up again. Morgan Simic will come out from the left-hand baseline. He'll move it over on the far side to Codd. Now he loses it away, and a turnover on each end of the gym. As now here come the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Our first foul of the ball game. Austin Morrison, number 32, will pick it up for the Sitka Wolves, and R.J. Ulstrom Beans will inbound it. Near side, right in front of their own bench for the Braves. He'll go to David Docks. Docks brings it across the timeline. Goes over on the left side to Johnson Edwards. Long 3, right-hand style from the left side, no good. Cleared off by Mason Eubanks. Mason has had some great defensive moves underneath the bucket on the defensive rebounds. Did a nice job there and brought it down for the Sitka Wolves, who set it up. Now he'll come out, left-hand high post, passes across the top of the key on the far side, over to Aiden Dumog. Dumog's going to work it down on the baseline. A layup, right side, Austin Morrison gets 2 for the Wolves. And now a half-court press put on by Sitka as the Braves bring it down, and Morgan Simic almost steals it away for the second turnover. for Mt.Edgecumbe, but they pick it up. They get settled back. David Dock will come on the near side. Simic breaks up another pass. Second time to get in the way. And he knocks it right off of Cyprian Johnson-Edwards, and that does cause a turnover, and that's the second one for the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. So the Wolves will bring it in near side backcourt as Eubanks goes into CJ Takad. Takad down to Morgan Simic in the right-hand corner. Ooh, almost drug the pivot foot. Holds it up, back out to Aiden Dumog. Dumog on the right side, right in front of Perkins, the official. On the near side, John Wathan. And underneath is Corey Hansen. Shot by the Wolves is going to miss. Rebound cleared off by the Braves. Fast break, left side jumper up from the baseline by Bear Brown. Goes after his own, tied up. We're going to have a jump ball. First jump of the ball game. Nice hustle by Bear.
Yeah, good hustle by Bear, but man, talk about Mason Eubanks coming out of nowhere to block that shot. That was pretty impressive.
All right, Mason will inbound it now as we have a turnover for the Wolves. We have two on each end of the gym, and Morgan Simic will get it right-hand corner, baseline, brings it back around, tries to drive from right to left. He's going to lose it away, and that's going to be the third turnover for Sitka. Now they'll put on a four-man press. We got Simic, CJ Takad, Aiden Dumog, and Mason Eubanks on the front end of the timeline as the inbounds pass goes into Bear Brown. He breaks it, goes down to the far side, tries to pass it in the corner to David Dock. And either CJ or Mason Eubanks got a hand on it, knocked it into the bleachers. So we're almost halfway through the first quarter, and we've got one bucket scored thus far, Andrew.
Yeah, both coaches trying to figure out, they're both playing a 2-3 zone and kind of just walking the ball around, trying to see the seams.
Knocked behind the timeline by Aiden Dubog, but the Braves will pick it up. Down to David Dock. Emma Dunaway, jumper from the right side by 12, and he's going to be, is he going to charge?
Nope, he got a blocking foul.
Okay, got blocking foul, so Aiden will go to the bucket, or to the line, shooting two. That's the second team foul against the Wolves. This one on,
well, they call it on the ground, so no free throws.
let's see, it's going to be against, yeah, Morgan Simic gets it. That's his second team foul for Sitka. Bounce pass in for the Braves. In on the near side now, Jeff Adams in. Adams will come out to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards, right-hand high post, over to Dunaway, left side. Down to Bear Brown, tries to get around Mason Eubanks. Mason's all over him. Back out to Jeff Adams. Adams will pass it to Cyprian Johnson, top of the key. Back to Adams, tries a three, left side, won't go. Rebound cleared off by Simic, outlet to Eubanks, down in the right corner. Aiden Dumog lays it up, it's in, it's good. Now under the 4-minute mark, it's a 4-0 4-point lead by Sitka as they put on the press. And Emma Dunaway is going to come down, lays it at the right side, won't go. Nice conversion by Jeff Adams, who just came in. Gets his first two and the first two for Mt.Edgecumbe. 4-2. They put on the press now, going the other way. Midcourt, they get it off to Morrison. Morrison over to CJ Takad as they're down towards the right corner. Simic's down there again. Works the baseline well. He'll bring it back out, however, to CJ. Over now to Mason Eubanks. Towards midcourt. Over, passes left to Bear Brown. It's knocked away. Dumog gets a hand on it. Knocked it away, and Mt.Edgecumbe has another, or Sitka has another turnover. Mt.Edgecumbe comes down. It'll be Dunaway trying to go on the left side to R.J. Alstrom-Beans, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, great hustle there by Bear Brown. He's on the floor. While laying down on his stomach, he hits it over to Emmett Dunaway, who goes down and makes a nice pass to R.J. Alstrom-Beans.
Morgan Simic picks up his second foul, and RJ will go to the free throw line. 3:19 to play first quarter, 4-2. A 2-point lead by Sitka as the first shot by RJ from the free throw line misses. 3 team fouls this far against the Sitka Wolves. Braves have yet to draw the whistle. Bear Brown in backcourt for Mt.Edgecumbe talking to Coach Archie Young. Back to the free throw line for the Braves on the concession end of B.J. McGillis. That one's up, and R.J. goes 1 for 2, and it's now a 4-3 1-point ball game. It's nearing the 3-minute mark as Asa Demert's in now, and Asa will pass it intended for Austin Morrison. Turnover by the Wolves. That's their 5th turnover. And here comes the Braves over on the right side. Cyprian Johnson-Edwards tries to bounce past to Dunaway. Down on the right-hand baseline, John Arce in now for Sitka. Breaks up the pass, knocks it out of bounds, so Mt.Edgecumbe will bring it in. RJ was out of inbound at first, but now Bear Brown switches. RJ comes out to the right side of the free throw line. And a lob pass out midcourt goes to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. Over on the far side to Emmett Dunaway. To Bear Brown as the three seniors pass it around amongst each other, top of the key. Over on the left side to Jeff Adams. Mason Eubanks in there to put some pressure on him. Underneath to Dunaway, up in the air, tries to tip in, the pass won't go. Ball's knocked away out of bounds, and John Wathan there to blow the whistle.
Yeah, good hustle there by the Braves. It's kind of a chance he passed for an alley-oop, but good second effort there by the Braves to get that board and go back up.
That foul's going to go against Mason Eubanks. He'll pick up the 14th foul for the Sitka Wolves. As Cyprian Johnson-Edwards for the Braves comes over to talk to Archie Young. Dunaway back at the free throw line. Will put one up, and that's going to miss. He can tie it up here with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Long ways to go to the end of this ball game. These teams have split back in February on the 5th and then 12th they played. Wolves won the first one, Braves won the second. Dunaway shots up, it's in, it's good, and we're tied at 4 apiece. Back will go the other way. Now the Braves continue the press, as did the Wolves. Mason Eubanks gets the pass. He'll come into Asa Demert. Demert on the left-hand dribble trying to get in between Bear Brown and Jeff Adams, and he does. A bounce pass in.
To John Arce.
And Arce, who just came in the game, gets 2, and now it's a 6-4 two-point lead once again by Sitka. Back we go the other way as the Braves have the ball. They're down to almost the 2-minute mark. Bear Brown on the left side has C.J. Takad on him. He'll bring it out. Now passes right side to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. Back out to Dunaway at midcourt. They're working it around. Neither team getting too many inside shots. I think the Braves more than the Wolves thus far in the game, as they try and work it into Jeff Adams. Adams loses it away, loose ball. He puts it up as he come out of the 3 people defending him, and he puts it up, won't go. And the rebound this time is cleared off, and here come the Wolves going the other way as we're now at 1:46. And a long 3 from the left side by Mason Eubanks. Looked like it was going to go. It rattles around in the cage, pops back out. Rebound goes over to Mt.Edgecumbe. Bear Brown will bring it down to the left side. A whistle and a foul called by official Perkins. That's going to go against number 2 on the Wolves, and that'll be Mason Eubanks to get his second foul. 1:37 substitutions now. Coming out, Austin Morrison. Coming back in is Aiden Dumog. Also coming out, Mason Eubanks, and let me pick up who went in for him. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see, Demert. No, it's not. It's going to be, I can't see the number, but it's number 34 is in there. That's Garrison Lass. Lass just came in as the Braves bring it in. They'll go out to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. Over on the far side, Dunaway to Doc in the left-hand corner. Back out to Emmett. Long pass to the right corner. Johnson Edwards, he gets Arce out of the way, jumps it up from 12. Should have went, didn't, skipped over. Bear Brown or Adams is under there to pick it up, but we got a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be on Jeff Adams. He kind of gave Arce a little push underneath to get position, and Wathan caught him on it.
All right, so that's the first one on Adams, and the 15th foul on the Wolves. I'm sorry, that's the first team foul on the Braves. Got to remember which end of the gym I'm at. C.J. Takad out to Aiden Dumog. Near side to Demmer. All the way across back to C.J. Now top of the key to Aiden Dumog. To Demert. Last moving inside. Aiden's going to switch left. Going all the way around to drive around the side. Aiden.
That was Asa Demert with the drive.
Asa Demert drove around. I couldn't remember who was on the pass. And the Braves come the other way. It's 8-4. They trail by 4. And we're going to have a traveling turnover as they got the ball away from the Braves. A quick pass down to Asa Demert. Demert getting the lane, but drug that pivot foot.
Yeah, he got a little excited there, and he's looking at the basket and didn't quite handle the ball.
Wolves put on the press, 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Across to Jeff Adams. Now on the near side, Dunaway. Down in the corner to David Dock. He's going to go out top of the key. Demert to defend. Back to Dunaway near side. 24 seconds. Inside Adams. Bounce pass back to Dunaway. It kicked off of him and went right back to Adams. Adams couldn't handle it. And Garrison Lass and John Arce there. And Adams gets the reaction foul. That's his second.
Yeah, that was a tough pass Adams made to Dunaway down there. Dunaway cutting, and just a tough pass at his ankles and couldn't quite handle it.
Inbounds pass under the press. Goes to Asa Demert finally on 2 passes. He goes to Arcee across the timeline. Arcee will go on the far side. Boy, Demert got over there in a hurry. Oh, that's C.J. Takad. Back out to Aiden Dumog. Now to Demert, left side. Ooh, almost stolen by Johnson Edwards. Now he knocks it away. I think he's going to get some skin on that one.
Yeah. Lucky he wasn't in the act of shooting. It would have been a three free throws.
Cyprian picks up his first. That's a 13 foul for the Braves. 5 for the Wolves. Wolves to inbound it. Far side, front court. Asa Demert alone on the baseline at the buzzer, and that one's going to miss.
Yeah, it was a good look, too.
Yes, it was. So that's the end of our first quarter. It's 8-4, a 4-point lead by the Wolves. Pretty slow scoring quarter, but it was a fast-paced one. We're going to take a 60-second break. Come back with quarter number 2 from the B.J. McGillis Gym at Mt.Edgecumbe over AM 1230 KIFW.
My God, they aren't. I wish I could get a little closer to your mouth.
Like, maybe you can pull that ahead.
I need his closer.
There we go.
30 seconds.
Okay. This is our engineer here. There we go. That's that. Thank you, Nelson. Perfect. That's better.
10 seconds.
As Wendy says, now that's better.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Well, Andrew, first quarter was a good one.
Well,
unless you're looking at scoring.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. It's, I think teams are just kind of figuring each other. Well, they know each other. They've played each other twice. It's the third time, but you know, just trying to figure out their 2-3 defense and trying not to turn the ball over.
What do we have, a travel just like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Braves. I've got 3 turnovers. What do you got?
I got
you
4.
Got 4? Well,
Yeah.
I'll go with you. All right, inbound to Sitka Wolves. Here comes Demert across the timeline on the near side. He got the pass from C.J. Takad. He'll go down to Arcee. Arcee drives the baseline. Cyprian Johnson Edwards shuts him off, so he'll bring it back out. 3-point shot left side by Takad. It's going to hit the bottom of the net, almost an air ball. Edwards gets the rebound. He loses it right back in the hands of C.J. underneath to Asa Demert. Puts it up from 8 on the left side. Won't go. Arcee gets the rebound in the paint. Can't shoot. He'll move it back over. Passes it out. Far side to Aiden Dumog. Now we come to center court. Go to Asa Demert. Set it up. He went inside to Lass. Lass loses it. Bear Brown tips it right into the hands of Demert. 3-point on the far side. Our first 3-point of the ball game goes to Aiden Dumog. And all of a sudden it's 11-4. The Wolves are up, and there's the Braves go the other way. And Emmett Dunaway is going to try and drive one down the left side on a quick half-court pass for the fast break. Whistle foul on Garrison Lass.
That was a good play by Lass. You know, he didn't want to give up an easy bucket. It was a hard foul, but nothing malicious. Emmett doesn't quite agree with that, but it was definitely a basketball play.
So Dunaway will go to the line for the second time. This one's up, rattles around, it's in. It's 11-5 now as they're back within 6 with 7:02 to go in the first half of play. 8-4. 8-4 was our first quarter score. Dunaway makes a pair, nice right-handed shot. 11-6 now brings the Braves back within 5 as they put on a press. Asa Demert will finally get it away. He'll pass all the way across court over to C.J. Takad. Down in the corner. C.J. goes to Austin Morrison back in. Jumper in the lane. Austin puts it up, won't go. Nice rebound. Cleared off by Bear Brown, and Bear will bring it down. Quick, fast pass. Fast break, half-court pass, I meant to say, to Emmett Dunaway. A little traffic there, but and it came off of Dunaway.
It did, yeah. Bond stopped his hand. There's no question there, but just the decision on Bear Brown to make that pass, not what Coach Young wanted to see.
So another turnover by the Braves. That is 5 unofficially, and we'll go the other direction. Ball's out of bounds in the end court bleachers. Came off of the Wolves, so that's a turnover by Sitka. That's 6 for them. 6:34 to go. A minute and a half gone in quarter number 2 as Dunaway gets the inbounds pass, comes over to the near side. Jeffrey Myers in now for the Braves. And they're going to pass in the right corner. Go to Dunaway in the lane. Nice pass from Myers to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. Dunaway coming down, lays it up for 2. They're back within 3 as Asa Demert gets the pass over to Aiden Dumog. The Wolves break the press at half court to Austin Morrison. Near side, Asa Demert. Demert looking inside, is going to drive across the top of the lane. Back out, CJ tries a 3 off the front of the rim. Emma Dunaway up, along with, I think it was Austin Morrison trying to get the rebound. It came off of Austin, so Emma will bring it in backcourt.
Yep, that last move by Dunaway was great. He got the ball down low, did a spin move to the inside, and was wide open for a layup.
Dunaway will bring it in to R.J. Elstrom-Beans. He's going to lob pass all the way down to the left-hand corner. And Jeffrey Myers down there got the pass, tried to come in the lane on a give and go down the right side. The Wolves break it up. So R.J. will bring it in now as we're under the 6-minute mark of the second quarter of play, 11-8. If you just joined us, Sitka out in front as Dunaway gets the inbounds pass. He tried. It's a bad pass. Morgan Simics right there steals it. Another turnover by the Braves. They're going to have to watch them. Turnovers have gotten them in trouble throughout the season. Not every game, but they go in sporadic times of not thinking about where they're passing it. But then we turn around, the Wolves turn it over as John Arce lost a handle on it, and Dunaway's going to bring it down court at 5:30 of the second quarter. 11-8, a 3-point lead by Sitka. Low-scoring first half between these teams. Senior night here at Mt.Edgecumbe, a nice presentation after the JV game. The Sitka Wolves JV defeated the Mt.Edgecumbe guys 49-39. Back we go, Bear Brown, right-hand high post. He's going to pass it over near side to Edwards. Underneath to Dunaway. Dunaway loses it. Oh, he gets it right back. Puts it up off the glass. It's in, and he might be fouled. If he does, the bucket will count. He'll have a chance for 3.
Yeah, great hustle there by Emmett Dunaway. Mason had the ball, and he just ripped it right out of his hands. Mason upset, and fouled him trying to go up.
So Dunaway can tie the ball game here. We were tied at 4. Now we've got 11-10 1-point game as Dunaway gets the 2, gets the foul. He can put it even up at 11 with 5:01 to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was Mason's 3rd foul, which he's done for the quarter.
And he does exactly that, and we're tied at 11. So, layup right side as Aiden Dumog goes down the right side of the lane, puts it up, and the ball misses. The layup misses. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Comes off of the Wolves. So at 4:52, with a tie ball game at 11, the Braves will bring it down. And another bad pass as the Braves try and bounce pass inside to Bear Brown, but they get it right back. Lucky for them, Bear's going to get it inside again, puts it up, and he travels with it. Another turnover by Mt.Edgecumbe. I've got 7 here.
I've got 7 also.
There you go. That makes 14.
Well, I was agreeing with you. 7, and then we both got 7.
John Arce on the far side for the Braves. The Wolves. Oh, Morgan Simics going to get blocked unless Emmett wasn't set, was he?
No, he was. They called the offensive foul.
They did call the offensive foul. Boy, Simic hit him good.
Yeah, and that's going to be Simic's 3rd foul as well. So we got Simic and Eubanks both with 3 fouls.
That plays a big role in your strategy, doesn't it, this early in the game?
Well, the 2 of your starters, you betcha. Because, yeah, they 4.5 minutes, they're not going to play this half.
Yep, there you go. So, as Andrew just said, 4.5 minutes to go. We're tied at 11. We're in the second quarter. This is the last time these teams will meet up. Next time either one of them will be on this court will be next Thursday night in the 3A start of Region 5 basketball. The actual tournament itself starts on Tuesday night at 6:30 with the 4A girls playing against the 4A boys. The girls playing at 6:30, boys at 8. As we go back the other way, Myers will go down in the left corner to David Dock. Inside, turnaround jumper. R.J. Olsen-Beans is going to break the tie, and it's the Braves lead 13-11. They're up by 2. Their first lead of the ball game and our first lead change of the ball game. Over to Austin Morrison on the far side for the Wolves. Back over the near side to Cobb. John Arce will try a 3 from the left-hand corner. Won't go. Conversion tipped in underneath. by Lass. That one misses as well, but the Wolves hang on to it in left corner, back out to Aiden Dumog. Inside, right at the free throw line. Nice jumper by Austin Morrison. We're tied at 13. So a good crowd pleaser right now. We've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a break in the action. It's 3:42 left to play in the second quarter, 13 all. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, welcome back, folks, as we have 3 minutes and 42 to go here in the first half of play. The Mt.Edgecumbe Braves hosting the Sitka Wolves on senior night at B.J. McGillis Gymnasium over at Mt.Edgecumbe High School. Welcome aboard AM 1230 KIFWs. We're back in action, and Jeffrey Miles will try and pass it in to David Dock, and it comes off of David, goes out of bounds. It's the Wolves ball in. 8 turnovers for the Braves as they put on a two-man press. Jeffrey Myers, David Dock, and at midcourt, Bear Brown, but the Wolves break it with C.J. Takud coming down the left side. Out midcourt, behind the back dribble, and then he'll pass right to Dumog. Dumog goes straight away in the far corner. Gives it to RC. RC trying to drive the baseline, gets double-teamed. Dunaway's there along with David Dock. So David has not drawn a foul, and he also hasn't been horizontal on the floor tonight yet.
He's saving his energy, I think, for the second half.
we get some good chuckles out of number 4, David Dock. He's quite a hustler as we have a turnover over on the near side.
He might be nursing a few bruises that get from Juneau. I don't know.
Yeah, really.
Might be a little sore.
That could be it. He got hammered pretty good. So it's a turnover by the Wolves. I've got 8 for them now, and it'll be R.J. Olsen-Beans into David Dock. We just spoke of him. He goes over to senior Emmett Dunaway on the far side, who's defended by Lass, and he lays it up around him coming down the left side. Nice move by Dunaway.
That's it. 9th point of the quarter for Dunaway.
Good Lord. 15-13 now. They're up by 2, and a travel on the far side. Asa Demert, he didn't like the call. The Braves called it before the officials did. So another turnover by Sitka High under the coaching of Jared Hirai. His first year to be head coach for the Wolves. Been coaching a long time. David Dock out to midcourt. He went over to RJ and now out to midcourt to Dunaway. Right side to Dock, back over to Myers, all the way around to the left-hand high post as RJ moves over. Bear Brown's there, so is David Dock, and he's going to try a 3 from the left-hand corner. That one won't go. Getting the rebound on the near side. Emmett Dunaway, and he gets another 2, and he's having a great senior night. It's 17-13 with 2:28 to go here in the second quarter. The Braves are up by 4 on their senior night. Back we go the other way. Wolves in their blue jerseys with white stripes are going to go. Dumog, nice fake as he gets Emmett Dunaway up in the air. Shoots underneath him, but misses the shot. Rebound Braves all alone. Underneath and wide open is Bear Brown. Bear gets 2, and we near the 2-minute mark of the quarter. It is going to be a 6-point lead, and the Braves put on the press again as finally the Wolves break it. Over on the near side to Codd. They work it down left-hand baseline. And Morrison, fadeaway jumper, is going to be fouled by Bear Brown. Is going, it wasn't me, was it? Oh, it was David Dock. We just spoke about him. Bear looked like he thought it was called on him.
He sure did. He was playing innocent, but they did call it on David Dock. But I'll tell you, that play before, just a wonderful passing there by the Braves, and very unselfish. The ball didn't even hit the ground. 3 passes and right into Bear Brown's hands for a layup.
And he was all alone, and back at the free throw line, it's going to be Austin Morrison. 19-13, 6-point lead by Mt.Edgecumbe. Austin's first bucket misses from the charity stripe. 1:57 to go in the first half of play. Second quarter, next one's up. He goes 1 for 2. 19-14 down to a 5-point differential. Here come the Braves with the lead and with the ball as R.J. Olsen-Beans will bring it across the timeline. Starts to go left, now comes right. Passes it over to Myers. Myers fired it back to him, and he wasn't ready for that. Came off his left shoulder and goes over into the bleachers. So another turnover by Mt.Edgecumbe. That brings them up to 9 here in the half with 1:46 to go. Now they'll put on a 2-man press as the Wolves break that easily. Go over to John Arce. Arce will bring it across. Couple dribbles. Then gives it off to C.J. Takod to set up the play. Takada will go on the right side to RC, who came back out. Mid-court, far side, front court, I mean. Over underneath to Morrison, back out to RC. Now on the left side, CJ's got David Dock right on him. Contests any opportunity for a three-pointer, so they'll go to Asa Demert, who comes out. Demert's going to go right side. They're going to give it to Morrison, who tries a three from the right corner. Shot misses. Ball out of bounds. Whistle foul.
Foul's on Garrison Last, trying to reach in there after a rebound.
Second?
Yep. That's the second one, but it's going to be a 1-on-1 for Bear Brown.
So 19 fouls for the Wolves. One more and we'll get two. Minute 13 to go. 19-14, the Wolves trail. And the Braves have the lead and are at the free throw line. Bear Brown is there. Braves only have 4 fouls in this first half of play. Bear takes his time, a couple deep breaths, as he always does. Now puts it up, it's in, and it's good. Back with a 6-point lead at 20-14. Corey Hansen, the official, to give Bear the ball, back for his second shot. Crowd's quiet. Minute 13 on the second quarter clock. This could be the biggest lead of the game. It's up, it's in, it's good, and it's 21-14, up by 7. And the Wolves, who trail, will bring it in under a press, go into RC, loses his footing. He's going to be tied up by David Dock, gets the ball back. Nice bounce pass from the ground without traveling, gives it over to Todd. Down to Demert, left side. Good recovery by the Sitka Wolves.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. He was able to get the ball hounded by 3 Edgecumbe Braves, and he got it sitting on his behind, and got it to a guy and made it all the way down for a foul.
And we come down the other way, and RJ is going to get his first foul of the game. Alston Beans for the Braves. That's now their 5th, as the Wolves will inbound it straight away to Garris. Austin Morrison, who tries to jump it up 6 feet out on the right side, won't go. RC comes out from underneath into the middle of the paint and picks up the rebound and brings it out, goes to Demert, set it up far side. Austin's going to try it 1 from 3 on the right side. That one won't go. Not having much luck from out there. And the Braves will clear off the rebound and bring it down as Emmett Dunaway will set it up. Then goes to David Dock on the far side. We're down to 35 seconds in the second quarter. Long 3, Bear Brown left side. Dunaway to tip away the missed 3 on the right side. That one won't go. Garrison Last gets the rebound for the Wolves, pulls it right away, clears it off, goes to Demert, jump pass back out, top of the key to Takad, in the paint, holds it up, near side, Asa Demert, cross away. Austin Morrison, back out midcourt, 14 seconds. CJ setting up the play. Now he'll come to Demert, bounce pass on the left baseline. Inside Last, turnaround jumper over the top of Dunaway, won't go, but there to get the conversion is Austin Morrison. 21-16, and there's your buzzer, and that's going to be the end of our first half of play with a 21-16 5-point lead by the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves over the Sitka Wolves. We'll take a 2-minute break here at halftime. Come back with your halftime stats. You're listening to high school basketball coming your way from B.J. McGillis Gym. Andrew Frisky and Mike Clisby bringing you the play-by-play over AM 1230 KIFW.
One minute.
All right, thank you. That's perfect timing. I just put my headset back on. So anyway, are our levels okay now?
I guess he's not really talking that much.
Well, if you didn't notice it was that big, no, he's not, but there usually would be a big difference. That headset he's got's hard to work because it's only got one side working. I'm going to swap it out next week.
30 seconds.
Okay.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, welcome back, and I want to thank Alps Federal Credit Union, Sandy, and all the crew down there. And for you folks that are credit union members, some things you might not know about, and for you folks that aren't, there are some things you should know about. And Alps Federal Credit Union is a member of the Credit Union Shared Banking, and that means that when you go down south, in every one of the 50 U.S. states, there is what's called a shared banking credit union. That means that when you go down there and find one that participates in the program, that you can do all your banking there, you can make payments, you can make withdrawals, you can do everything that you could do just like you were home at no extra fee. So just something for you to know, and if you have any questions about that, especially with summer coming up, and some of you folks will be stuck here for the summer and the fishing season, tourist season. That is the time you don't get to leave, but for others that take their holidays in the summer, check it out at Alps Federal Credit Union, just off the roundabout on Lake Street and Halibut Point Road, and pop in and ask any one of the employees at Alps Federal Credit Union about their shared banking. You might be pleasantly surprised. All right, which I think the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves are as well here. They didn't start out like barn burners, but they kind of put it to bed in the end of the second quarter, starting through the mid-second quarter, and they lead by 5, Andrew Frisky, so everybody got settled down. The Braves are a little more settled than the Wolves.
Yeah, I think so. You know, they had a great second quarter there, led by Emmett Dunaway, who had 11 of his 12 points, and he just kind of put the Braves on his shoulders and said, all right, I'll help out.
There you go.
So, but leading the way real quick, RJ Elstrom Beans with 3 for the Braves, Emmett Dunaway with 12, Bear Brown with 4, all in the second quarter, and Jeff Adams with 2. Leading the way for the Sitka Wolves, Austin Morrison with 7 points, Asa Demert with 2, Aiden Dumog with 5, and John Arcee with 2. Both Mason Eubanks and Morgan Simic with 3 fouls. So they set out the last 4.5 minutes, and also Gavin Flores, who's usually a starter, not playing tonight. He's not dressed down. So, anyways, he definitely that last when you're missing 3 of your starters, second half of your quarter, that makes it.
Do you know why Gavin isn't playing?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
And you know, usually I ask the coach in the interview, but sometimes you ask the same question in the interview over and over, and they always go, "Well, I think they're all healthy," and at least that's what they tell me. And I didn't ask either coach if everybody was going to be playing.
Yeah, no, I don't. Obviously, something's going on. So
yeah. Anyway,
he's part of it.
Okay, so we're going to take a 5-minute break here at halftime. It's 21-16, a 9-point turnaround at the end of the first quarter. The Braves trailed 8-4 behind the Wolves. Now they lead at halftime, 21-16 on senior night at Mt.Edgecumbe High School, B.J. McGillis Gym, and Andrew Frisky along with Mike Glasby. We're going to take a little break. You get to have one too, and we'll be back in 5 minutes with more basketball coming your way over AM 1230 KIFW. Okay, where are we at?
We got 17 on this song.
Okay, let's take it after that. Worked good for both you and me.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, folks, welcome back to the B.J. McGillis Gym. Mike Cosby here, and waiting for Andrew Frischke to head back up from the concession stand as we're ready to bring you the second half of this final game of the season, of the regular season, between the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves and the Sitka Wolves. Next week, they are the only two in 3A competition for Region 5s, which will be held right here in this very gym as it rotates throughout Southeast Alaska every 3 years here in Sitka. Then it goes to Juneau, then it goes to Ketchikan, and back here. Senior night at Mt.Edgecumbe. Good presentation, good recognition of the seniors, all of the seniors in band and cheerleaders, and of course the players on the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves team. And a nice tribute to John Wathan. And it just dawned on me, those were all chef's caps the kids were wearing, wasn't it?
They were all chef caps that the kids had decorated also. Yep.
Oh, were they really? So John Wathan has been in charge of the food service here for 32 years, and the whole entire student body that was here paid a nice tribute to him. I was trying to figure out what the white caps were. They were paper caps they made up that looked like the tall chef's caps. Some of them still have them on. I was watching them during the halftime entertainment. So a 21-16 5-point lead by Mt.Edgecumbe. We switch directions as the Wolves now will go left to right here from the back of the gym towards the concessions at B.J. McGillis. They set up with first possession of the third quarter. We had 2 lead changes in the first half of play. We were tied at 4, we were tied at 11, we were tied at 13, and now it's 21-16 as Morgan Simic almost loses the ball as it gets passed into him by Austin Morrison. He gets it back out of C.J. Cod, back into to Simic, underneath Garrison. Oh, Austin Morrison lays it up. Nice left-handed layup. So they worked that around really nice inside till they got the shot, the open shot.
They were patient on that. They got the bucket.
21-18, back within 3. Emmett Dunaway wants to make it 5 again. He puts it up twice, can't get it. Tipped away. C.J. Togod's got a fast break layup left side. It's good. 21-20, and just like that, the Wolves come back and pick up back-to-back twos, close the gap from 6 to 1 point. 5 to 1, I'm sorry, they made 2 twos. And the scuffle for the ball is knocked away on the far side. Out of bounds by the Braves, so it'll be the Wolves to bring it in behind the timeline to Asa Demmer. Demmer over to Dumog, right side. He's going to go to Morgan Simic, tries to drive in the lane. Emma Dunaway there to shut him off. Back to Simic. Dunaway there again. Simic will back out. Long 3, left side, Mason Eubanks. Shot misses. Nice recovery. Nice pickup high in the air. Aiden Dumog, a foot above everybody else, but it comes off of him and goes off on the far side, so it'll be the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves ball in.
Coach Eri just hoping to great rebound there, but couldn't quite handle it and threw it out of bounds. So next time he's hoping that he takes a better play with it.
Back we go as a half-court press ties up Bear Brown. He tries to pass it away. Whistle foul. That's going to go against the Wolves. Number 11, or is it number 1?
Number 11.
Okay, so C.J. Takad gets the whistle. His first foul and the first team foul in the second half for the Sitka Wolves. Bear Brown at midcourt as the Braves inbound it. Oh, and slapped away by Aiden Dumog. He's going to have a layup right side. Misses. And he ends up on the floor. Bear Brown's going to get the whistle, and Perkins is over on one side underneath Corey Hansen. Perkins makes the call.
I think Perkins was kind of waiting for referee Corey Hansen there to make the call. There's definitely some contact. I guess you could have gone no call, but you could have called a little body too. There was definitely a little bit of contact there.
So Bear Brown gets his first foul of the ball game. That's one team foul each here in the second half. At the line for the Wolves. First shot up misses by Aiden Dumog. Set now for his second. Pushes off, nice spin, nice bucket, and we're tied at 21. Our fourth tie of the ball game. So with 5:55 to go, we'll start a brand new ball game as Dunaway will take it down and pass it on the far side to R.J. Alston-Baines, who's double teamed over there, but Dumog's going to get a reaching in. Takad was on the other side, but I'm pretty sure it's against Aiden. So Takad got the last foul. Aiden gets this one. Second team foul for the Braves. Coach Hirai over telling Aiden how to avoid that as he brings him out of the game, and Asa Demert's back in. Cyprian Johnson with the ball for the Braves. Works it down the left side on the baseline to David Dock. Inside Emma Dunaway, fadeaway jumper left side from 10, and that one's good. 23-21, Braves back with the lead. Back we go, far side, Austin Morrison to Asa Demert. All the way across the way as he goes to CJ Tagad. Down on the baseline, Emmett Dunaway. Dunaway doing a great job on defense underneath for the Braves tonight. Really nice. He's only got one foul, I think, if even that. Back out midcourt to Mason Eubanks is in. Down the right side, go to Simic. Eubanks. Now Simic comes across as the ball goes around to the left side. Bounce pass inside to him. He loses it. Double team by Edwards and Bear. They're going to give it on the quick outlet down to RJ. Puts it up, won't go. Gets his own rebound up again. Eubanks tips it away. Over in the left corner. Doc tries to get it. He's defended by Demert. Doc ends up on the floor for the first time tonight.
Yeah, it's good hustle play there. But you were saying, Coach here, I really respect. He's it looked like he was on the officials, but no, he's talking to his guys about that last foul, Aiden Dumar. I thought he was complaining about the foul, but he's talking to Aiden about not slapping. And right. I've noticed that with Coach Hirai, he never talks to the officials. He's always talking to his guys and how they can correct that behavior.
Oh, and the Wolves break a quick one as we're discussing that, and they go down to Austin Morrison down on the left side. They're looking for the basket. Is it going to count? They got a quick 2 passes down to get it to him underneath the bucket. He puts it up. But that's going to be 4 fouls on Mason Eubanks.
Yep.
So that bucket does not count. The Braves hang on to the 2-point lead, 23-21. They've got the ball. Emmett Dunaway has it top of the key, passes right side, breaks inside, nice give and go to him, and he jumps it up. Good move, nice assist, good position by Emmett Dunaway. He gets another 2 as he's leading the pack, and at 25-21, the Braves are back up by 4. John Arce back in the game as he has it at midcourt for the Sitka High Wolves. Down to CJ Takot, inside to Austin Morrison, and he gets a couple. 25-23 as we near the 4-minute mark of quarter number 3. Full court press. Put on, well, actually 2-man press. Demert and CJ there for the Wolves, but the Braves break it. They go to Cyprian Johnson Edwards. One of the 3 seniors on the team comes out to David Dock, top of the key. Edwards drops down right side. Dock goes along the right side. RJ Elstermean comes out, bounce passes inside to Jeff Adams back in. Adams turned around trying to put it up, loses a handle on it, right into the hands of John Arce. Another turnover for the Sitka Wolves. Arce underneath Simics, good head fake, gets everybody out of the way but misses the bucket. Picked up by Arce. Arce puts it up. Shot misses, follows his shot, picks it up, back out to Austin Morrison. Now over on the left side, we're down to 3:24. Back on the right side, Asa Demert, fadeaway jumper from inside the 3-point circle. That one's good. We're tied up again, folks, all tied up at 25. Nobody owns this ball game. It's a good one. Jeff Adams, left side for Mt.Edgecumbe, gets defended by Demert. He'll go down to Dock on the baseline. Arce's there to defend. They come back out midcourt to Cyprian Johnson Edwards. Archie Young wants a timeout. He's going to call a 30 with 3:04 to go in the third quarter. And a 25-all tie. We'll be back in a half a minute.
It was a good hustle there. That last play by the Sitka Wolves. They had 3 offensive boards and then got an open shot.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, welcome back to BJ McGillis Gym. And Andrew, I'd love it if this game goes like this all the rest of it, the next 11 minutes.
It's definitely back and forth. The crowd's getting their money's worth.
Well, a good thing for the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves on senior night. As a matter of fact, last week was the Lady Braves senior night, and that was not the best ladies basketball game I've ever seen between Sitka and the Braves, but they pulled off the win.
Yep, you got to take a few of those ugly ones, and I think they were happy with the win on that one.
Back in play for Mt.Edgecumbe. Bear Brown has the ball. Right-hand high post over to the left side to R.J. Elstermean. Back to Bear as he mishandles the ball, and RJ falls down. So that was a couple of back-to-back missteps, but they Braves hang on to the ball. Oh, and a nice move by Bear Brown as he goes down the right side, giving it to Doc, right back to him on a bounce pass. Bear misses the bucket, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. The foul is against, is that Emmett Dunaway?
It was on Garrison.
Oh, Garrison last picks up his third, that's right.
Yeah, it looked like it was, I thought it was going to go against Simic, so it would have been his fourth, but they did call it on Garrison.
So at Mt.Edgecumbe at the free throw line, Bear Brown. Brown puts it up and misses. How many's he shot?
He's 2 for 3.
Tied at 25 with 2:38 to go here in the third quarter of play over at Mt.Edgecumbe High School. Bear Brown up, that one's going to rim around. He misses two, but it's tipped in by Emmett Dunaway. 27. Whoops. Yep, now it's on the board. 27-25, 2-point lead Mt.Edgecumbe. CJ Takad, John Arcee, Morgan Simic, CJ. Asa Demert left side. Simic gets tripped up by Emmett Dunaway. No whistle. Simic gets rid of the ball. Now they go to the left side to Takad. Into Garrison Lass. Lass defended by Bear Brown. Can't give it back over the near side. Arcee, right-hand corner. Morgan Simic for three. Won't go. On the left side, CJ inside to Simic. Can't shoot. Dunaway's just keeping him outside in there. Nice job for the Braves.
They're sick of getting those long rebounds. They've got, that's probably their 6th offensive board this quarter.
A minute and 53 to go in the third quarter. 27-25. 2-point lead by the Wolves. We were tied at 4, 11, 13, 21, and 25. Outlet pass to Asa Demert on the far side. Comes up top of the key. Now goes over to Mason Eubanks left side. Back around. They'll come to Aiden Dumog. Inside to Garrison Lass. Gets around Dunaway. Now he gets double teamed. R.J. Olsen Beans on his right. Emmett Dunaway on the left. One of them is going to get the call. Emmett Dunaway draws the whistle. Dunaway's first foul. A minute and 41. That's 14 fouls for the Wolves, 2 for the Braves. Emmett just got the second here in this second half of play. Mason Eubanks for the Wolves, underneath their own bucket, looking for somebody open. Goes over on the left side. That's only our second three-pointer of the game. It's by Aiden Dumog, and then he steals the ball at midcourt. Bear Brown picks it up, recovers. We're going to have a whistle and a foul over on the far side. That's called by Perkins. It's going to go up against Mt.Edgecumbe, and just like that, Dunaway gets back-to-back whistles.
Yeah, and I was writing down the three-point. I didn't see the play there, but definitely Coach Young not happy about what happened.
Oh, they called that one on Cyprian Johnson Edwards. That's his second. I thought it was on Dunaway. It's not. Back we go. Mason Eubanks is going to shoot up right over the top of Bear Brown. Is that going to be a charge? We're going to clear off the floor. Little moisture there, a minute and 24 to go. John Wathan, Anthony Perkins, and Corey Hansen, your three officials in this game. So I didn't see the call. You were right, and see, that's how quick it happened. You look down 1 second, and I thought it was going to be a charge, but there's no foul up on the board, so it's going to be the Braves ball back in as Bear will bring it down. Bear Brown tries to jump it up right side. Misses the shot. Morgan Simic gets the whistle, and the Braves are going to get a foul against Morgan, trying to get it back.
Yeah, Coach Young talking to Sip, telling him, hey, you got him in a good spot. Don't bail him out by slapping him.
So Cyprian Johnson Edwards gets his third. Wolves get the ball in, down to a minute and 10, 28-27. The Wolves up with a 1-point lead. So that basket did count. Shot from the left side by Asa Demmer. Won't go. He stepped out of bounds. The Braves get the ball back in. That's our second lead change, as now the Wolves are up by 1 with a minute and 5. We're in the third quarter of play. The Wolves put on the press now as they're getting their steam back. The Braves break it. And they go down to Bear Brown on the right side. Tries to lay it up, but Mason Eubanks there to contest that one, and the rebound's cleared off by the Wolves as that block shot causes a turnover. They'll come down. Dumog near side, inside to Simic. 42 seconds left. Back at midcourt to Mason Eubanks. Cyprian Johnson-Edwards and R.J. Olsen-Beans on the right side. Bear Browns down on the right baseline to defend. Civic has the ball. He works it into Austin Morrison. He puts it up in for 2, and it's now 30-27, and the Wolves are up by 3. Braves come down. Driving the lane, R.J. Olsen-Beans. Bounce pass left side to Jeffrey Myers. He's a little too short. Shot up, but it gets blocked by either Eubanks. I think it was Eubanks.
It was Eubanks, another block shot for him. Yeah, Frederick Myers there. He didn't. He thought he had a quick little chipper there, and Eubanks came out of nowhere. Eubanks definitely has some athleticism there.
So it'll be the Braves ball in underneath their own bucket. Clock stopped at 20 seconds. Outlet pass into Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. Over to Jeffrey Myers, right side. Back to Bear Brown. Bear drops inside. Ball goes over in the corner. Back out now to Myers. Ooh, almost taken away again. Bear Brown gets it on the left side. Over to RJ, tries a 3 from the left side. That's up, it's good. We're tied again. What a ball game. Now with 0 seconds, that's it. The buzzer just sounded. We're all tied at 30. We need a fourth quarter just like this. Senior night, folks, at B.J. McGillis Gym. Mike Cladby along with Andrew Frischke bringing you this game. Last matchup of the regular season between the Braves from Mt.Edgecumbe and the Wolves from Sitka High. And we're all tied at 30 after 3 quarters. We'll be back in 1 minute with the final 8. Did we miss 2 on that one bucket that wasn't on the board?
No, it was that three-pointer. The 3 is the one to tie it up. It was 25-28.
Yeah, but before that, to put the Wolves ahead. Which bucket was that?
Oh, to put them ahead?
To switch
30 seconds.
Austin Morrison hit that.
Oh, that's what it was, yep. Sometimes it goes so fast, I just can't remember back-to-back plays.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, welcome back, and this should be a dandy final 8 minutes between the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves on their senior night at B.J. McGillis Gym and the Sitka Wolves coming across the bridge to battle them out on the hardwood. Tied at 30 as we go into the fourth quarter. It'll be the Braves ball in to start this off. Inbounds pass to Jeffrey Myers at midcourt, tries to pass on the left side to Dunaway, broken up by Aiden Dumog, knocks it away. So the Braves are going to have to watch their passing.
Yeah, passed it right in the lane.
Inbounds pass from Myers to R.J. Olsen-Beans. He'll go over to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. C.J. Takog to defend. Tries to pass to Dunaway, broken up again, knocked away, came off of Morgan Simic. The Wolves continue to break up the plays, but don't get the turnovers. Braves will bring it back in under their own bucket. 11 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. All tied at 30. Only 2 lead changes. That's when it tied at 13. The Wolves took over and led until we were back and tied at 25. And then the Braves took over and led all the way from 13 until it was a 28-27 lead change by the Wolves. The Braves bring it back in. A long 3 tried on the right side by Myers. Air ball, but it's picked up in the left-hand corner by the Braves. They'll give it back over to R.J. Olsen-Beans. Try to fadeaway jumper left side. Won't go. Emmett Dunaway gets the rebound underneath. He puts it up. That shot misses. Whistle foul. Emmett goes to the line. Foul goes against Sitka High. Foul number 4 on Morgan Simic, who had 3 of them in the first quarter with 4 minutes left to play. 5 team fouls for the Wolves, 4 for the Braves here in the second half. Emmett Dunaway at the line. Tied at 30. Still tied at 30 as he misses the front end. Asa Demrick coming back in. Morgan Simic to sit down now with 4 fouls for the Wolves. Dunaway gets the ball back from the official. Sets now for his second right-handed shot from the free throw line. Pushes off, it's up, it's going to rattle around, and it will not drop. Bear Brown's going to put it up, his won't go. Cyprian Johnson-Edwards gets it, tries to pass it back in. He ends up out of bounds, and they're going to say it came off of the Wolves, so the...
It was a foul, yeah. Aiden Dumont whacked him in the face.
Oh, okay.
Aiden knew it. He picked up Cyprian's glasses off the floor after he whacked him on there.
Inbounds pass to the Braves, goes into Jeffrey Myers. Shot misses, ball comes over the near side. It comes off of C.J. Takad for the Wolves. So with only 47 seconds gone in this fourth quarter, we're still tied at 30. Back to Dunaway, out to Myers. Bear Brown, back to Myers. Left side, Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. Right side, Bear Brown. Far side, Dunaway. Inside, RJ can't get around Austin Morrison, but he comes over to Bear Brown on the left side. Bear makes two, gets a foul. Braves up by 2, chance for a 3. Aiden Dumont picks up his 3rd foul. Bear Brown at the line. Gives the Braves a 2-point lead. That's our 3rd lead change now. Shots up, it's in, it's good, and he gets a 3-pointer, it's 33-30. And a timeout on the floor, it's going to be a 30-second break. 6:57 to go, third quarter. Archie Young, the head coach of the Braves, wants to take a timeout. We will as well. The Wolves trail by 3, 33-30, back in 30 seconds.
How many people are watching? 55.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Well, John Duncan and Martin Dunn, Sr., 2 of our avid listeners. I get texts from them half the time throughout. Welcome to all the rest of you folks, whether you're listening at home over KIFW or streaming, as we're glad to be bringing you the game, and it's going to be the Wolves to bring it in. Start off after the timeout, and they drive down. Asa Demert comes down, and I think that's his first bucket, isn't it?
He's got a couple. That's his 3rd bucket.
Okay, so he's got 6. He makes 2. He gets fouled. This just happened on the other end of the gym. So the bucket counts. It's 33-32. He can tie it for the 7th time. As he pushes off, it's up, it's in, it's short, it won't go. Rebound in Dunaway for the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. Outlet pass to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards as they go the other direction with a 1-point lead. Cyprian on the right side. Bounce pass to R.J. Alston-Beans. R.J. back out to Bear Brown, who comes out from underneath, top of the key. He'll drop down. Dunaway will come out. Pass will go over. Long 3 put up by Bear Brown and cut over to the right. Shot misses. Rebound cleared off by the Wolves. Aiden Dumont to bring it down. Now he'll pass across the timeline from the left side to the near side to C.J. Takad, who will go back over to Dumont, to Asa Demert, inside, turn around, RC, can't shoot, back out to Demert. Nice defensive play by the Braves tonight. Back over to Mason Eubanks. Bounce pass in the corner. Austin Morrison shoots a 3 up over the top of Bear Brown, and it's good for 3, and it's 34-33. Our 4th lead change of the game, and the Wolves have the lead. 5:51 to go in the game, and they steal the ball away. And Austin Morrison's all alone, except he gets pressure put on him. Is coming out of nowhere as R.J. Alston-Beans, and the shot misses. Wolves come up with the rebound after the missed shot. They'll go to RC in the baseline. Oh, and RC crashes right over the top of Bear Brown.
Lots of contact down there.
Yes, there is.
But, man, talk about good anticipation by Austin Morrison on that. But, yeah, he's kind of R.J. Alston-Beans was coming for him. He just needed to focus on the layup. He saw Edgecumbe coming at him, and he just missed the layup. But, man, that was a good play.
Sometimes you hear the steps on the turf, and you think about that instead and wait for the collision.
Yeah, if that was LeBron James, he would have just taken off by about the free throw line, did some type of cool acrobatic dunk.
All right, foul number 2 on. Was that on?
It was out of bounds.
Oh, He went out. Okay, no foul. So the Wolves bring it in, but they lose it. Another turnover for Sitka High. I've got 12, but I think I lost track of them as the Braves come down. They'll try a 3 on the left side. Cyprian Johnson-Edwards His will miss, but Bear Browns on the left side to pick it up from 8, puts it in off the glass, and it's 35-34, and we have our 5th lead change. The Wolves are out in front with 5:09 to go, 4th quarter. CJ Takad near side for the boys in blue from Sitka High. Back to Mason Eubanks. We go under the 5-minute mark as Eubanks giving some hand signals to set up the play. Goes over to Demert. David Dock, who's back in for the Braves, comes out to defend against Demert. Demert will come back out midcourt as they move the ball around. Now Mason Eubanks gets it on the near side. Emmett Dunaway there to defend him. Back out to Takad. Drives the lane. Now goes away to Austin Morrison. Comes over to near side. 3 by Mason Eubanks. 37-35.
First shot of the night he's hit. That's a big one.
Yes, it is. 4:37. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 60. That means we'll take a 1-minute break as 4:37 left on the 4th quarter clock. Senior night for the Braves. They trail 37-35 behind the Wolves. We'll be back in 1 minute over AM 1230 KIFW.
Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Well, back to a great ball game here. It's senior night at BJ McGillis Gym. It's 37-35. We've had 5 lead changes. We were tied at 4, 11, 13, 21, 25, and most recently at 30. Right now, the Sitka High Wolves have a 2-point lead over the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves on their own on the Braves floor. And Jeff Adams back in for Mt.Edgecumbe. They'll go over to R.J. Olsen-Beans, coming over to David Dock. Left side, a 3-pointer by Dock to answer the 3-pointer that was just put up by Mason Eubanks. We have 6 lead changes now, and it's 38-37 as the Braves are up by 1. Asa Demert on the near side for Sitka High to Mason Eubanks. Top of the key, another 3, won't go. Rebound picked up by Demert, almost out of bounds, goes back over to Austin Morrison. Long pass left side, CJ Takad tries a 3. That one won't go. Jeff Adams clears off the rebound. He'll go to Dunaway, and the Braves move right to left as they are on the attack. Over to Bear Brown in the left corner, drives in, takes a step or two, puts it up, shot misses, follows his own. Austin Morrison to get the rebound. Bear Brown ties him up. Nice move by Bear to tie him up, and we have a jump ball, our second jump ball of the game.
Yeah, good extra effort there by Bear Brown. But you were just saying, if this is any indication of how the tournament's going to be, it's going to be pretty awesome.
Great one. We might see 3 matchups between these two teams. It'll be a full court press put on by the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves as the jump ball, the alternate possession, gave it to the Wolves. CJ Takad at midcourt goes down. Arcee's open to the lane, shoots it up over Bear Brown. Shot misses. Rebound loose. Bear Brown gets it. Outlet pass to Jeff Adams. Wolves defense settles back on the other end of the gym as David Dock will bring it down. Now bounce pass on the left side over to Emmett Dunaway, down to 3:18 in this one. Over on the far side to Jeff Adams. Back around to David Dock. The Wolves in the zone defense. They started the game out with this. Over to Jeff Adams near side. Inside to Emmett Dunaway. Jumps it up. It's good. In the paint over the top of Austin Morrison. And Austin will get the whistle. Basket counts. 3-point lead by the Braves when they put it up, and they just did. It's 40-37, and Emmett Dunaway will go to the line. There's 3 minutes and 2 seconds left on the 4th quarter clock.
That was just good passing there by the Braves. Nice hard cut by Emmett Dunaway.
Shots up. Dunaway's shot rolls off. Won't quite drop. Goes off the side. And it'll be Aiden Dumog to get the rebound. 40-37. The Wolves have the ball. They trail by 3 as they come on the near side to Decod. Down to Morgan Simic. Back in with 4 fouls on. He's down on the baseline. They'll move it around left side to Demert. In the lane. It's up. It's good. And Asa Demert has made 2 key buckets here in the last 2.5 minutes for the Wolves. It's now 40-39. They're back within 1. Emma Dunaway breaks the half-court press. Goes over to Doc. Left side. Back to R.J. Olsen-Baines. Near side. Now to Dunaway. Now they move it back out. Jeff Adams comes out from underneath to the right-hand high post. Then they back over it. Bear Brown, left side, puts it up over the top of Asa Demert. Shot misses. Bear goes after it. Aiden Dumog ends up on the floor. Asa Demert was in there to help defend, but the ball comes off of the Wolves, and it'll be the Braves' ball in under their own bucket with 2:16. They've got a 1-point lead. This ball game is anybody's game at this moment. We've had 6 ties. David Dock at midcourt, over to Aiden Dumog, who comes out to midcourt as the clock nears the 2-minute mark. They'll move it around to Bear Brown to Dock. Back out to Bear at midcourt. Well, just about. Top of the key now. Now they come to the left. Wolves staying in the zone, keeping the easy shots from inside away from that rim. Back out to Emmett Dunaway. Pulls it up, 1:49. David Dock at midcourt. He wants the ball. Dunaway is going to pass it instead over on the far side to Bear Brown, who goes in the lane, shoots it up. It's going to drop in and good as he shoots over the top of Morgan Simic. Simic didn't get a whistle. That would have been his 5th. It's now a 42-39 3-point lead back to the Braves. Asa Demert near side for Sitka High. Passes over the far side. Long 3 up off the back of the rim by C.J. Decod. Shot misses. Braves with the rebound. Quick outlet pass down to David Dock. Drive down the lane left side. He ends up on the floor. His 2nd time. Whistle foul. He's going to go to the line, shooting 2, and he's one happy little ball player.
That was a good take, and I think Asa Demert didn't agree with it, but he just wasn't quite set, and he kind of started turning his shoulders when David Dock hit him, and it was a good call there, I feel, by Corey Hansen.
So Asa Demert draws the whistle. David Dock draws the free throw. 1:20. 3-point lead by the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. David puts it up. He wants it to be forward. It's not. Misses the shot, 42-39. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break with him. Let's see how long it's going to be with 1:20 left. Corey Hansen says it's a coach's timeout from the Wolves bench. It's a 30. We'll be back in a half a minute.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay, folks, welcome back for the final 1:20 of this one. So this is the 3rd matchup between the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves and the Sitka High Wolves this year. Back on February 5th, Mt.Edgecumbe won it. It was a squeaker like this one. They ended up winning it by 6, 55-49. Then a week later, they went against Sitka again, and Sitka won that one 60-47. That was an easy win as the Wolves led most of that ball game. Right now, it's 42-39. The Braves are up by 3. David Dock is at the line shooting 2. He missed the first one. 1:20 on the clock as he sets for his 2nd. Pushes off. That's off the back of the rim. Won't go. Nice rebound picked off by John Arce. And John got the whistle.
Yeah, he said, Corey Hansen said he was definitely pushed him during the rebound.
So they that's 10 fouls against the Wolves now. So Bear Brown will go to the free throw line. The clock's still at 1:20. 42-39. The Braves have a 3-point lead. David Dock could have made it 5, but he missed both free throw shots. Now it's Bear Brown's got the chance. Spins around, up, in, and that one's going to go. It had just the right spin on it. It's 43-39. So we were tied at 4, 11, 13. Then the Braves took over the lead. They were tied at 21-25, and then when it was 28-27, the Wolves took the lead over. Then we switched back, and the Braves are in the lead. Our 3rd lead changed. They're up by 4. Now they're up by 5 as Bear Brown makes a pair. And with 1:20 to go and a 5-point lead, the Wolves will come down into a press. Morgan Simic gets the pass across the timeline. Now comes on the near side to C.J. Decod. He goes out to Mason Eubanks. Eubanks, top of the key, will come back to CJ. Long three, it's up and score! 44-42, back within 2, a minute and 5, and a timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. 1:05 left to play in this one. Mt.Edgecumbe up by 2 over the Wolves, 44-42. You're listening to high school basketball over AM 1230 KIFW. We'll be back for the final minute in a minute.
You could see his feet were set. He was lined up just right, and he was due. He had missed all his other shots today, so.
Seconds.
Thanks for staying tonight, Garrett. Sorry it started so late, but that wasn't my fault.
Go over there, too. Up.
10 seconds.
What do they have
5,
written on them?
4.
What do they have
3,
written on them, the guys?
2,
go Braves.
And 1.
Go Braves.
All right, well, what a dandy. You know what? I'd love it if every ball game was like this.
Wow.
And it's a good one for you Braves fans as well as the Wolves fans. It's a minute and 3 left to go. Mt.Edgecumbe with a 2-point lead. They get the pass in after the timeout, and Bear Brown is going to be at midcourt. Asa Demert's right there. Asa slaps the ball away. Whistle and a foul. Did that go against Bear? I guess it must have.
It was off his hands. Yeah, Bear.
It's not on the board yet, but I think Bear got the foul, so it's
it was just off his hands.
It's the Wolves ball in as Mason Eubanks will go on the left side to Demert. Back to Morgan Simic. CJ Takad right side. 43 seconds left. Braves up by 2. 44-42. Wolves have the ball. Near side Takad. Jumper inside the three-point circle. It's up. Rims around. Won't go. Bear Brown gets the rebound. Lob pass over to RJ or to Cyprian Johnson Edwards. Down on the baseline. He goes off and shots up by RJ to the left side. Misses the shot. 23 seconds as Asa Demert clears it off. To Mason Eubanks. Down to CJ Takad. A whistle foul. It's going to go against the Braves.
That's okay. They got 6 fouls now. It's not a bonus.
So that's a break for the Braves. Did Cyprian Johnson Edwards get that?
That was Bear Brown.
Bear Brown picks up his second. 18 seconds on the clock, and we have another timeout, folks, as these coaches both want this win bad. We'll take a break. Archie Young calls a timeout. It's a 60. We'll take a minute away and come back right after these messages with your final 18 seconds. 44-42, Mt.Edgecumbe leads.
Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Andrew Frisky, what do you think?
Well, if you're from either team, you should probably get ready to take some heart medicine.
18 seconds, 18.8. The Wolves have the ball under their own bucket. They trail by 2. We're in the fourth quarter. Ball almost tipped away. Nice pickup by Asa Demert, right side. He's going to go into Austin Morrison. They come around on the left side to Mason Eubanks. CJ Takad, top of the key, drives the lane, gets shut off by Bear Brown. Back out, Asa Demert, top of the key, jumps it up to the free throw line, won't go. Shot conversion misses. Ball's knocked away out of bounds. Stops the clock at 3.3 seconds. And by the crowd reaction, the officials say it came off of Sitka High. Archie Young wants another timeout. We are not going to take one right now with 3 seconds left. So, Andrew, a quick recap. We were tied at 6-7 times, I think, in this game. It's just been a good back-and-forth battle.
Well, yeah, it's been a great battle. You know, this is the last home game here at Mt.Edgecumbe before the regions. The gym's packed right now. There's probably about, 1,000 people in here, and it's a good feel for what it's going to be like in regions next week, and you can't ask for a closer game.
Well, I'm just thinking about region next week, like you just said. We start out Tuesday night with 4A boys and girls, and then we're going to see Thursday night these two guys match up. I'd love to see that go 3 games and 3 games just like this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This year, there's no dominant teams in any division, and it's everybody's beat everybody in the 4As, and the 2As are going to be tough again. There's no undefeated teams that I'm aware of. So there's just going to be a lot of great basketball.
Yeah,
it's going to be it's Region 5 at its best.
About housing, with all the people coming to Region 5, are you still looking?
Yeah, I was talking with Rich Krupa, who's in charge of all the housing. They said thinks he's got it figured. He got it finally figured out with everybody today.
All right, good deal. Okay, we're ready for the final 3.3 of this one. Mt.Edgecumbe has the lead. They have the ball. The Wolves are putting on the press. Bounce pass into Bear Brown, and of course what we expected, an immediate whistle and foul. C.J. Tecado stopped the clock with 2.5 as only 0.8 of a second go away before the timeout, and we'll march down to Mt.Edgecumbe's free throw line. What a big break for the Braves.
Yeah, well, Asa Demert had one good, decent look, and then he got the rebound, and he just shot it back up with one hand with 4.5 seconds. He had time to come down with it and do something with it, either shot fake up or just go right back up with it. But in the air, he kind of double pumped it with his right hand. And I know when they look back at the tape, Coach Uri is going to say, hey, you got 4.5 seconds. But I think he panicked a little bit, thinking that there was just 1/10 of a second on the clock, is my guess.
Well, we've got another timeout, but we only have 2.5 seconds left. So let's talk about what it takes to organize this Region 5 here at this gym. A lot. You started last year, probably.
Yeah, there's a lot, but the great thing is we have, such great help. Our staff here is wonderful. This is going to be my 4th, just the 2A, 3A, 4A tournament that we've hosted since I've been here. It's every 3 years. And we have the 1A every 3 years as well. So we always have big tournaments here, but this is the big one of all of them. And it's definitely a team effort. We work closely with Sitka High, like I said, Rich Krupa doing all the housing, and they also do the dance and cheer adjudication over there as well.
All right, good deal. Well, we'll talk about ticket sales here in a minute, but meantime, we're back at the free throw line. 2.5 seconds left, a 44-42 2-point lead by Mt.Edgecumbe. Bear Browns at the free throw line for the Braves. It's their senior night. He's one of 3 seniors. He and Emmett Dunaway and Cyprian Johnson-Edwards, and Bear Browns will put it up, and this one is going to be short, off the front of the rim.
He'll switch to the next one.
There you go.
He's going to bend his knees just a little bit more. It's going to be nothing but net.
All right. And that's a big deal because that's a 3-point lead, and then we could do nothing but have a tie if the Wolves were able to get a shot off. Here it comes. Braves up off the back of the rim. Tipped away into the hands of Bear Brown. Gets his own rebound, and he'll be fouled with 0.8 of a second, and he'll go back to the line.
Well, he did bend his knees a little bit too much, and he clanked it off the back of the rim.
Yep. First one's off the front, second one's off the back. Whistle foul. That goes against C.J. Tecad, his third. 0.8 of a second. We still have that 2-point lead with the Braves, and they are back to the free throw line. This is their 3rd chance with this score, 44-42. Bend his legs off the front. Ew. The pressure's on him. That's a tough one.
Yeah, there's no pressure. I mean, 0.8 of a second, unless you really do something miraculous. I'd do the granny shot if I was him.
There you go. Deep breath. Crowd's on their feet on the far side. Pushes off.
Long.
Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound. Long one-horn pass by the Wolves. There's the buzzer. Not good enough. A valiant effort over there by Aiden Dumas, who tried a full-court pass. Missed the backboard. Our final score, 44-42. A big win for the Braves. A great game by both teams here at senior night at B.J. McGillis Gym. We'll take a 2-minute timeout for the postgame. Then we'll come back and we'll do the final wrap and statistics for both teams all at once. Mike Clasby along with Andrew Frisky. Glad to bring you this one. The next time these two teams match up, it'll be next Thursday night in Region 5 3A competition. Once again, your final score 44-42. Mt.Edgecumbe wins right here on their own gym on senior night. We'll be back in 2 minutes.